The fastest car.
Hey y'all, welcome back to my channel. Hey, we're going to be going over the 5 pillars of being broke. This is important if you're looking to change your life. Definitely, this is the video for you, so stay tuned. You got to be aware of the 5 things that may be holding you back, or even if you have a couple of them, they're holding you back in life, and you probably need to let them go. If you're struggling with finance, this video is for you. Let's just jump into it. The first pillar is looking rich, but there is no real wealth behind you. You know, dressing flashy cars, your hair, your nails, all of that stay done. Men too, you're well grown, but there is nothing there because you're literally spending all that you have on your appearance. They're not saving anything. If you do, it's at a minimal. It's not like the regular adult. There should be goals that you have, and if you're not setting those goals, then that's going to hinder you. But a lot of people are born into a family of consumers, and they don't know this. They just feel like this is how life is. Like, oh, everyone needs 15 pairs of shoes. If you're doing that, that's more than likely where a lot of your money is going. And that's why you're not able to save like you would like to save, is because you're spending all your money on materialistic things. Every year you got to have the newest clothes, the newest whatever that comes out. You're into the brands, you know what I mean? You're trying to even go high end fashion, knowing that you cannot afford it. You don't even have a budget because you're just spending. You probably come from a family of consumers, and you don't want to be a consumer. You want to be the saver. You know what I mean? Like, especially if you're not coming from wealth. Like, you're watching this video and you're a young adult, that's good that you're watching this, so you already know, kind of what to do and what not to do with your finance. The next one we're going to start is no savings and investing. So majority of your money you get, you're just literally spending every single thing that you get. Like, you're not saving anything. You tell yourself you don't have any money to save, and your checks aren't enough for you to create any type of savings. You're definitely not investing because you don't have no money saved.
I have nothing.
That is a problem. You should be saving. That should be your main priority in life, especially if you're really young. Like, if you saved a certain dollar amount and set goals, by the time you're 30, you would be so far ahead of everyone else who wasn't saving, who was just out partying and doing whatever the hell they got to do. The whole, oh, I got to move out of my parents' house, I got to do this, that, and the third. No, you don't. If you really want to get ahead, you got to have some sort of savings, and then once you get a certain amount saved, you're able to invest that, or you could do both at the same time. If that's your goal, is to be an investor, then you would be doing both of them at the same time. But that would be number 3 is no type of financial education at all. We're talking about you're just winging life. Your parents didn't teach you shit. You have failed to like really try to learn anything on your own. You're not doing what you're supposed to be doing. As an adult, it's up to you to learn about finance, the overall scope. Of course, they only teach a little bits and pieces in high school, so you have to be seeking the information. In order for you to get better at your finances, you need to be going out looking for things to make you better, and that's how you're going to, educate yourself. You got to go looking for the information because it's definitely out there. You got to want to receive the information. Another number 4 is you're in a constant state of survival mode. Most people, a lot of Black families, they are in survival mode. The kid was born into survival mode, and that's how they're just programmed, because you have been surviving your whole life. Some of them on their own, no parents, no guidance, or the type of guidance that other kids are getting. They don't have that at the house. Maybe they're in a single parent household, and their parent is always at work, so they're literally surviving and taking care of themselves, and the parent is just keeping a roof over their head. And I'm not trying to take anything away from any of the parents, but I'm just saying, as the child, you got to go and seek this information out for yourself, and you have to stop being in survival mode. You're going to have to put your guard down, and you're going to, instead of just thinking of what you're going to do day to day, you need to be planning your life out. You need to be planning milestones, so you'll have certain things in order. And if you are growing up in survival mode, it's definitely best that you stay up in that house unless there's something going on that why you can't be there. If it's just that, you're there by yourself and you want to have freedom and stay out all night or whatever it is that you want to do, you're sacrificing your 20s. And when you're sacrificing your 20s for the wrong shit, basically. You don't want to be out partying if you don't if you don't have that type of setup and you're in survivor mode. You are sacrificing your 20s on some bullshit when you could be sacrificing it on getting better and educating yourself and, investing in yourself. And this goes into number 5, which is you're not mentally ready to level up. And I say that to say, like, you cannot think you're going to level up and you're going out hanging out with friends all the time. When you get off work, all you want to do is go shop and kick it with your friends and go eat and shit like that. And you're not making a conscious effort at being better with your money. People who are good with their money, they're making a conscious effort at being better with their money. So I feel like it's a mentality, like the people who want to level up. And if you're, of course, everyone doesn't have that. Oh, I started my own business and I became an instant millionaire within 2 years of starting it. Everybody ain't got that story. So if you're getting it out the mud and you are doing it the legal way, you're not scamming or doing no crazy shit like that, then you're going to have discipline. You're going to have to be mentally ready. You're going to have to go seek this information for yourself. Like if you're watching this video, this is a stepping stone, but you should be watching other videos too. You feel what I'm saying? If you're looking at this is a stepping stone. You're in the right place. You're going in the right direction. You just got to keep going and it'll all fall in order. Everything is going to work itself out. And I feel like if you're older in your 30s or 40s, it's not too late for you either. You still got to seek out that information. You got to want it. You got to be ready to mentally level up. And that means you got to be disciplined. You cannot think you're mentally ready to level up and you're not disciplined in any way, shape or form, or the way you're disciplined. It's not what we're talking about. You have to be disciplined in everything that you do. You can't, you might have to not go out, not go partying, not eat out. You're saving that money because you don't have shit and you're trying to get somewhere. And it's always the people who wants it rushed. It's not going to be rushed. It's not going to be anything overnight. People who don't come from wealth, it could take you a lifetime to build a wealth so that you can hand it down to the next generation and instill in them the same information. Like you got to foundation that you went out and looked for. Now you know what to tell your kids because you went out looking for the information and then they'll only get better. But you guys drop a comment on what you think about the 5 pillars of being broke.